Today, I'm giving my grey horse a makeover. I have just finished show jumping and she is absolutely filthy. She's in the wash bay. Let's get washing. So as my horse is a mare, they go to the toilet a little bit differently and her tail gets really dirty. As you can see, it is so yellow and isn't looking the best at all. I want to get this as bright as I possibly can. So I'm going to go in with my Hairy Pony double strength purple shampoo, cruelty free, and it's vegan. Lather it all in and wash it. So I'm really just going to focus on the ends because that is definitely the part that gets the most dirty. And it has not had a trim since we last did our show jumping comp at the end of last year, which was November. So it's now March. We really need to get this chopped as well. So I'm just rubbing it in as much as I can, getting every single hair follicle, and then work my way up. And I'm going to let this literally be on for the entire time because I have to also wash her body, but going to let this soak in and be in her tail for the duration of this wash. Rub, rub, rub. I think that's most of her. Oh, nope, see, look, all back here. Make sure you like move out the hair because like all that up there, look. You think you've wet it, but you haven't. You need to wet it more or less of it. And go in with that purple shampoo. All right, I think that's almost done. Okay. Now, let's move on to the body. Okay, so the dirtiest parts on Echo at the moment are definitely here where we have just finished jumping. These are some sweat marks from her Equitax half pad and her saddle pad. If we go down her legs are super dirty. That's from her show jump boots. A little bit of marks around there. We've also got socks which don't look very white at all. Don't mind this, she's just flicked her purple tail on her. But then also, we have a poo mark as well. Hello, any more wash? So as the water is going on, I can see that it's removing some of the sweat marks. I'm just going to put my hand over where she has been dirty. So under here where her girth has been, there you go. So those marks are all kind of gone there. Make sure I get all the purple shampoo off me as well. Up near the back of where that saddle has been. Up and over here. Just get those purple marks off where she just flicked her tail as well, because otherwise those purple bits would stay purple. So just want to make sure that she's nice and wet all over, because then that'll help when I put all of the soap on so that we get a nice lather. Got to get that girth over this side. She did work really hard today. She did such a good job show jumping, getting back into the swing of things. Don't look at the mane, guys. It is very, very long as well. This will also get a trim. My partner, Tim, he has quite regularly cut Echo's mane and tail before. So we'll see if he's feeling up to... Oh, God. Now let's wash your face. So go around by your cheek. Oh, that's nice. It's just a nicer way to wash her face so she knows that it's coming, and up behind those ears as well, not in those ears. Oh, goodness. Rub those eyes. Good job. All right, now we're going to do this side of her face. Not as graceful or elegant. I think I'm getting a wash as well for this. Right, time to put some shampoo on you. So I'm just gonna put some water on the sponge. Let's get some purple shampoo. Let's do these socks, because then those socks can have the purple on them for a bit then while I do her body. We're dancing, Echo. Get that purple all in, all over. Lovely, there's one. Where are you going? This way. What is it? Is it the shampoo is scary. Scary shampoo. Get that all in. Right. Let's do these back ones. It does have a white sock at the back. Get the purple shampoo on this one. Super. It's looking good. Okay, time to move on and let's wash her body. My weapon of choice today will be the natural shampoo from Hairy Pony. This is just going to go all over her, especially up where she was really sweaty today. So all under her saddle, where her girth has been, all over underneath her mane. Let's just give her a good lather all over. I also find that it's sometimes good to wear short sleeves because otherwise I get absolutely saturated all down my arms. And then when I go in my car and put the aircon on, I get really cold because the sleeves are still wet. It's soap suds. Echo says these soap suds on the floor are very scary. Hey, I know you haven't had a big bath in a long time. I need to top up for the other side. What do you reckon? Does it smell good? Yummy. Okay, this side. Get a good lather. Excuse me. Again, over where the saddle was this side. Okay, so this is just over where she had that poo stain on her. Giving that a nice big rub. Good job. And sometimes she'll even rest like her back feet because it's probably a bit like a massage for her as well, which is really nice. Even though I have already given her a massage post show jump today, she has had her ice boots on. And we've given her a massage with the massage gun as they were on, just to, you know, multitask. But I'm just going to go down all these legs. I can see that those socks are already whiter. Can you? And it's a nice warm day. It's actually not too hot, so it's not really March yet. What date is it today? Is it the 1st of March today? Pinch and a punch for the first day of the month. I thought it was still February. Yep, so it is March. Right, she is sudded all over. I think I forgot to do her face before. Oh, yes. Very good. And all behind her ears because that was so sweaty as well. Okay, so now it's almost one of my favorite parts. Now we're going to wash off all this shampoo, and it is so satisfying because then you can see how clean she actually is, and you can see all the soap suds coming off. And as they do come off, I usually just put my hand across it just to help it really get out, because I don't want any of that shampoo left over. That shampoo that was in her mane as well, or under her mane. All down her neck. Still wiping as we go. All right, and these socks are looking so good because as you know, you're washing up here, it is going down her legs to get them all off, but I do like to give them an extra scrub. So just making sure all of that purple shampoo is out. You can almost see her pink skin underneath now. They're so clean. And I'll even get a brush and clean these hooves as well. She feels so nice and soft. That shampoo is so lovely, and she smells amazing. All right. And I'm starting on the side that I obviously shampoo first as well. Don't want to leave this on for longer than the other side. Let's just keep it all even. Right, that's all under there. Underneath her belly. Making sure I did get everything. Because this is, I guess, the part that you want to make sure she's actually clean with. because I don't want to go back in again and re-put any more shampoo on. But this is also what I would do as well in the lead up or the night before a show. I wouldn't do this every time I ride. I don't think it's probably that great to wash your horse's coat as regularly. Because there's all natural oils in there. Right, moving over to the other side. Oh, you can see all the dirty water coming off. You could see it just before, or here. And sometimes it is also good to wear some waterproof shoes, not sneakers. My feet are getting quite wet. But luckily it's summer, they'll dry quite quick. In winter, probably not the best. All right, getting all this side done. Up to her neck, over her shoulders. Down these legs, especially. Almost forgot this white sock. And see, look how clean this sock is now. You can actually see like the difference in her skin colour. And look, this bit here, and that's why she gets that colour through her hoof. Obviously an old scar there. And we obviously have to clean under the tail as well, very important. Good girl, and she doesn't mind me doing that at all. She's very used to it. I know some other mares can be really funny about it, but she's really good. Down this leg. Super clean. Gosh, those socks are looking so much better. You're being such a good girl standing. You know, people coming in and out. Wipe your mouth out. Get that all nice and clean. Gosh, it's so nice that the weather is actually finally cooling down as well. We've had such a hot, hot summer. Just getting ready to hopefully attend some training shows. Delightful. She says, delicious nutritiousness, isn't it? You send ultimate grain-free pellets. They are the pellets that she has morning and night. She's on a full Sen nutrition diet, and I think, you know, for a thoroughbred and show jumper, she holds her weight super, super well, and she just looks fantastic. All thanks to Sen. She's been on that Sen diet for, well, since we got her, wasn't it, Tim? So when she was pretty much 5 years old until now, where she's 7 and a bit, and she just looks amazing. She's got quite a decent amount of muscle, and she just keeps building strength as well as time goes on. But obviously she's just now coming into work, full-time work, getting ready for the season ahead. But she is rinsed off. Now, to finish off her coat, I'm going to go in with the Essential Coat Conditioner from Hairy Pony. You put in 100 mils and then, or 50 to 100 mils, then a litre of water. So we'll stick that in the bucket. Do you reckon that was 100 mils? He's nodding, he thinks that's right. All right. Okay, let's get the water, top it up. Rinsed out my sponge, dunking it in. Now we're just going to lather this all over her. Dunking in every so often. I'm not being overly pedantic about what I'm doing here for the coat conditioner. Right, over to the other side, and I should almost use, I think, all of the water in here. Good girl. Oops. Try and get it on the horse, not on the floor, no. But this smells so nice. I think it's got like a bit of, I think it's rose and geranium. It smells so good. Little bit of water left. And then with this coat conditioner, you actually just leave it on. You don't scrape it off. So we'll just leave that on, and she'll dry super quickly anyways in this weather today. It's not too hot, which is so lovely, but there is a bit of a breeze. It's just getting that all over, and tip out the last little bit. I think that went on me more than her. So her tail has had that purple shampoo in for pretty much 10 minutes, I think, by the time it's taken us to get to this point. So now I'm just going to rinse it out, and hopefully it'll be a few shades brighter than it was at the beginning of the video. I've actually been really trying over the last few weeks to get her tail brighter, and so I think that's rinsed out. Okay. Next, hair repair, mane and tail. Let's put it in. We'll leave it in for a couple of minutes and then we will wash it out. You can leave it in for, I think, up to 20 minutes for a super intense repair of the hair, but I'm just going to leave it in for a little bit. And I think because you're using, purple shampoo, from my experience, because my hair's blonde and I do use some purple shampoo. Hang on. Ooh, I got it. We re-engage. With me washing my hair with purple shampoo, I do find that it gets really dry, or it dries out my hair, and I do have to go in with like an intense conditioner. So I'm literally just putting it in my hands. I'd rather do less than more because I don't want it to be too much, but this one also smells, I think this one actually smells the best. It's macadamia, elderflower, and jojoba. Jojoba? I don't know what one of those three is making this smell so delightful, but I think it says start up at the roots and then work your way down. So, wow, a little goes a long way with that actually. I can still feel it in my fingers. So, I'm just going to massage it all the way through. Just going to put a little bit more in for this end. Wow, does that already look, that looks way better, doesn't it? Gosh, I can't wait to see when it's dry. So I'm just getting this in all the way to the end. Get that hair nice and smooth. What a makeover day. Little bit, mane's a bit less. I'm just going to put a tiny bit, put it in both of my hands so I've got a bit of a even distribution. Go straight down the mane because I don't want it all to be in like clumps up the top. Yeah, doing so good. Good girl. All right, and then going down. Even though this is going to be getting a chop, you almost look like a Brumby. Look how long it is. Oh, sorry, darling. It's very scary. I do get to see some of her dapples, being a grey. They do get lighter and whiter over time, which is bittersweet. But, she had quite a lot of dapples under her neck and over her bottom when I first got her. But you can still see some of them coming through. But with her, look, she's actually got a couple of like brown dots. She was a chestnut baby, so who knows? She might go, do they go a bit flea bitten as the older they get? But yeah, she's still got a bit of dapples down her legs. So, all right, hair repair is in. It's been in for a couple of minutes. Let's wash it out. Yep, just starting from the top and working down just like I did before to actually get it in. You can see all the soap suds coming out. I find that like putting the hose underneath and then, kind of going with my hand afterwards just really helps to get it out. And obviously Echo is very patient as well. She's even resting one of her back legs now. I think she's just sort of like, right, getting this long wash is my life now. But no, we usually do cross tie her in, but she's just standing loose today. Oh, that feels so nice and soft, literally silky smooth. Huge difference to now washing that out versus when I washed the shampoo out. Beautiful. All right, let's do the mane. Get all of that hair repair out. Oh my gosh, look how long her mane is now. Look at how long it looks. Oh my gosh. I think we're gonna have to chop it by half of what it is now, I think. What do you think, Tim? And now that she's so clean, you can even see a little star that was there. That would have been so prominent when you were a baby. So she does have that star and a little bit of the pink on the nose too. Hey, I know, but we can't see it normally. Sometimes we can if she's really clean. And hopefully we will be able to see it for a bit. Good girl. So patient. All right, and I'm just gonna scrub these hooves as well, just to make sure there's no dirt on them, because I am gonna put some hoof oil on afterwards, and just wanna make sure that they're all nice and clean. That's already looking way better. Just going with the end of just a normal hoof pick that you can get from your stock feeders whenever. I think everyone's usually got one of these in their grooming kit. Just rinse them off. Okay, now my baby girl is all washed. We're going to take her out. She's going to have some hay and she's going to dry. And then once she's a bit more dry, we will give it a chop, the mane and the tail. Hungry, hungry hippo. Good girl. All right, so I'm going to put in some silky serum in her tail so I can then brush it through so we can get it all nice and evenly brushed, because if it's not brushed evenly, when we chop it, there might be bits that are longer than another. So we'll go in with this, then we'll give it a brush. Oh, I think I've done too much. This goes a long way as well. This is also from Hairy Pony, but I think I've done a bit too much, so it might be a little bit oily. I might just try and gently go over it and then I'll wash my hands. Yeah, I've put too much on my hands. We have some left over, so I'm just going to gently put it over her mane. She's got a couple of loose straggle bits. I think it's just when she puts her hay in her hay hut, and probably maybe it rubs on her rug. So, all right, so I'm just going to brush that through just quickly, because I've just put that silky serum in. Oh, itchy face. Do full lock. Lovely. And do you know what, Tim? We should also cut her bridal path as well if we can today. I think that would be good, considering we haven't done that in forever as well. Oh my God, look at the length of it. Oh, jeez. All right, onto the tail. Right, I know they do say to brush bottom up. I'm just going to rest it on my leg. It'll just help a little bit until there's no knots, and then move my way up. And you can obviously hear it. This is just my Hairy Pony brush as well. And I even use this on my own hair if I finished riding. And because you know, sometimes when you have your helmet and you put your hair in like a low ponytail, I don't know about you guys, but I get like a knot sometimes at the base of my hair. So after I ride, sometimes I do need to use the brush, because the longer I leave it, the worse that knot's going to be. And some hair might even fall out, which is not great. Right, this is definitely looking better. All right, because she is a mare, she does urinate a little bit differently to what a gelding does and gets her tail very, very dirty. So we're just going to chop it. Probably other people do it maybe even shorter than what I do, but I'm just going to chop it. So I'm just going to run my hands all the way down so it's nice and even to about here. And then we're just going to go straight across. Try and get all the straggly bits. Oh my gosh. Look at it. Chopped it. All right, put this in the bin. So I'm just going to rebrush the tail. I've done a chop once. Also, I'm using my Hairy Pony scissors. They are the sharpest scissors, and they have stayed sharp for such a long time. They're better than any other scissors that that I've used, whether that's from Bunnings or other shops. They are really, really fabulous. But I'm just going to rebrush it through and just make sure that I got all the straggly bits, and just to make sure it is nice and straight and even. Okay. Yep, so there's a little bit of straggly bits in there. Just make it all nice and straight. Yep, perfect. Oh, I'm so happy. That looks way better and way lighter as well after that lovely wash, and so silky smooth. Okay. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? Tim, do you want to do it? Oh my God, okay. It's very nerve-wracking doing manes, and lots of people do like pull their horse's mane. I think I tried to pull Echo's mane once and she was not having a bar of it, and I don't want to make her uncomfortable, so I'm going to chop it. A lot of people don't like chopping it, and I know it kind of looks like they've got a bit of a bob cut, but I will have to go straight to get the length, and then I'm going to go upwards and try and make it a bit more, not as bob cut like. Okay, so I'm actually now behind the camera because I got far too nervous cutting it, but Tim has done such a good job before doing it that he said, do you know what, do you want me to do it? And I said, yes, please. Look at it all just falling off. And obviously picking the right moment on when to cut the mane as well, because she's clearly eating. Oh, another bit. Oh my gosh. There it goes. And Tim, are you looking for like the distance between like the neck and her, or just like the top to the bottom, top to the bottom? Because if you go on a straight line and Tim's choosing the exact time as to when to chop it. Oh, I know, darling. Good job. Good one. Oh, see, if you chopped it there, it would have been so much shorter. Good girl. Think a bit longer. Good girl. Oh, last bit. Oh my gosh, all of that. So I think that little bit of hair that's grown, that's the bit that we need to chop. Go, Tim. Oh, did you get it? Yeah. Oh, yay. Okay. All right, so obviously it does look a bit sharp at the moment, but it will grow out, and I can always go back in a bit later and even it up a little bit, probably here, a bit more, it needs to be a bit shorter. And I know pulling it will make it a bit thinner because she is thicker in parts than in others. But overall, this is definitely a big improvement, and her bridal path is done, and she is looking so much more cleaner. It smells delightful. Look at how clean those socks are. I think they're almost the cleanest they have ever been. You know who's looked really good? She actually got her feet done quite recently, I think a week ago now. So let's now get some hoof oil and put that on as well as a final touch. All right. So I'm actually going to go in with some hoof grease. So let's just wipe that on. There we go, that looks lovely. All right, just putting hoof grease on this front near hoof. Looking so good. So the final touch before putting her back out into her paddock is I'm just going to put some body shine all over her. So just really evenly all over, just to give her that extra bit of shine in her tail and all over this side. To give you guys an idea of just how clean she is, we thought we'd bring her out in the sun. Hey, are you glowing? You pretty girl. She looks so good, and it seems like such a shame that we aren't going anywhere. Like, we should be going to a show right now if she looks this good, but it's good to do a deep clean. She hasn't had one in quite a while. So we're just going to take her back to a paddock, and I'm going to put her rug on. God, she is so shiny. You look amazing. Not only from the shampoo, but also on your feed and diet as well. Okay, so we've just taken Echo back to her paddock. I've just put her rug on. We did put it in the wash as well. Very important that after she's had a big bath that she has a nice clean rug to put on. And she says, look at me, I am gorgeous. All right, so I hope you guys did enjoy this grey horse makeover video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it would really mean a lot. And I will see you guys on my next video very soon. Bye.